everybody. We got spider socks, we got Batman socks, so it's gonna be a good video. Good start. So, my name is Magnus Futrell-Fruhling. I am trying to become a model. So, I've been doing modeling for like 3 years-ish, on and off, I think. And I've been dancing for like 11 years, or 12 years, 13 years, I don't know, a long time. I've obviously loved movement due to dancing, but because of injuries and stuff, I had to shift out of dancing for a little while. So with shifting out, I kind of explored modeling a little bit because my buddy was like, shoot for my t-shirt company. And I was like, okay. He gave me the ego boost I needed to kind of do like another shoot with another person. And then eventually I got an agency, and then through life as it goes, it's been a really big roller coaster, and I live in a city where modeling is not super huge. So Vancouver, by the way, is the city. I kind of just wanted to document my journey of modeling now, because I've done like 3 years of kind of doing it like this all over the place, and now I want to at least document it for myself, because I'm not sure where I'm gonna go with this. But the thing is, whenever I do shoots, we always get up to all these crazy adventures and these things, and it's upsetting to me because we like post one photo or whatever, and then it's just kind of, that's it. So I wanted a platform and a way to kind of showcase more of the journey and the behind the scenes and exactly what goes down on the shoots. So I thought this would be a good starting point, and I've been kind of like playing with the idea for a while, but Gary V being Gary V, as we all know, the man, he likes to put his foot behind your behind and to say, giddy up, young fellow, let's go. So I was watching another one of his videos today, and he's like, just start, just do it, and just like document your journey, and that's what I'm gonna try and do here, is just document my modeling journey, and expect there to be like lots of randomness, and I'm not sure if it's going to be all strictly modeling. It might kind of fall into fashion and some other stuff as well, but I kind of just want to showcase everything kind of modeling, fashion, creatively on that tip. And yeah, so with that all being said and done, it's a little bit of me, my life. I'm sure I'll be sharing more, but I don't want to keep this like 40 hours long. So because of COVID, we have all this time now, I know, but you still probably don't want my face to be taking up most of that time. So I'm gonna try and keep this a bit shorter. Now that you know me a little bit, we're gonna get into the video. So basically my format's gonna be, I'm gonna film like behind the scenes on the shoot, and then I'm gonna be like here, sitting down, like on a chair, like this, in my home. And then I'm gonna kind of go back and forth between them. So I'm gonna kind of give backstory and context here, and then show the visuals on top of that, if that makes sense, and kind of, yeah, bounce between. And then afterwards, I'm gonna show kind of the final product, the photos, and then we're gonna kind of do a Magnus self-judging himself about his poses and stuff, and just doing that as kind of a self-reflection for me, not in like a I'm hating on myself kind of way, but more on a I want to look at my poses and I want to keep growing and progressing and see where I feel like I could have done better and where I feel like I didn't do well. And then hopefully through that process, it's going to make it more cemented in my brain. So then moving forwards, I can kind of work on progressing myself in an area where I want to progress. Okay, with that being said then, welcome to the first shoot. So this shoot is one that I did with Marc. He's an extremely skilled visual artist as far as like Photoshop and post-production goes. So we had one shot, or he more so had one shot in mind that he really wanted to create, and apart from that, we honestly just kind of winged it around the city. So we started off going to a record store and trying to shoot with some records and get that kind of vintage vibe, and this is what came from it.
Heard them lasers talking and we don't pay that no mind.
So how'd the first location go?
Not too good. Like, let's go somewhere else. It's busy, and there's 3 people who are photographers too.
3 people? There's too many people.
Who are photographers.
Round 2, let's try this record store. Neptunes. Let's see if we get to shoot in here.
What are you holding? Try to take photos.
Some shots.
Yeah. This old record store. Let's try with this giant light. Oh my god.
Record store is so packed.
Yeah,
feels,
but we still get like photos.
Feels kind of sketchy.
It was kind of sketchy. It was bad. Like the old record store on Saturday, yeah, was more packed than the other one.
Yeah. So next up, antique shops. Let's go.
Shop. Where is that antique shop?
Still watching, know that I'll be here in no time.
We're in this beautiful antique shop. now. It's like the mannequins. Magnus went to ask if he can shoot in here. I don't know what he's gonna say. What did he say? Yeah, it's cool. Yay!
With a candle on it, had to tell him nigga blow my lights, camera, action, ayy, show.
Dozen antiques.
Dope!
Score! Well, wasn't that fun? So, that one antique store we found blew my socks off. That was insane. I can't believe that we were allowed to actually shoot in there and they were so chill about it. It was just wild. We managed to get like a full shoot there, so I'm really stoked about that. And now on to the next one. Apparently this is a park, everybody. How is this a park? This is just cement and dead plants.
Fall through with the light sticks. Maybe help me spark the ideas. We got nowhere else to go. It's only up from there. I've been on my own, just running through the fields. Say vivid for the ears.
I still don't personally think it's a park, but I mean, Vancouver likes to think so, so we're gonna let them have this one. So from there, we went to create the final photo by like nighttime, so it was cold and chilly, and this is kind of what the behind the scenes looked like of that. What's the plan for the finals, Mark?
We going back in time to the French sailors, doing a nice French thing with a little big scale.
A bit of a lantern.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Mark making his magic happen. Look at these reflections though. Moon. Oh my god, we got duck friends. Hey guys, what's good? Let's go, Mark. We got lanterns.
Yes. Okay, there you go, sir.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, we got some ducks.
Look at this. This is true Instagram things at its finest, everybody. On a scale from 1 to Instagram, Mark, how is this?
Oh, this is TikTok level.
TikTok level, yes!
Art over hype shit. Need a sound bite for the time capsule. Press play, they pause time for a bit. Smitten, I admit it, couldn't kick it, I'm in.
Look at the master at work. How fast can he make the boats before we lose a light? That's how it's done, everybody. Makeshift, let's go.
What?
Let's go, boy.
There you go. And
Tape it?
Doesn't
nah.
fall. I hope it doesn't fall.
That's what.
$200.
How much is it?
200.
Holy fuck, you're insane. Mad genius at work. The wind blowing is everything.
Holy shit.
Stick it.
Oh my god.
Okay, Mark, on a scale of 1 to we fucking killed it, how'd we do?
God, we murdered it.
We murdered it.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a wrap.
What are you guys doing?
The thing I like about doing shoots like that is when you come out of it, you're just so thankful to have heat again and to have like a house or a condo and to have roof over your head. Like it's very pleasant. So now what I'm gonna do, now that we went through kind of the behind the scenes, is I want to show you guys the photos, the final products, and then also we're gonna kind of go through the shots and I'm gonna see my thoughts on it. And yeah, I have looked at them once before, but for future, what I want to try to do is I'm gonna try to not look at them first, but most of the stuff I have backlog because it's COVID and I can't shoot. I've already seen one, so we're just gonna kind of go through it again and I'm gonna be judging myself, so get your tea. So as I said, from the get-go, the main point of this shoot was to get that one photo. The rest was just kind of winging it. So we just kind of like guerrilla shot it. So with that being said, let's look at it. And for all these photos, by the way, I'm not gonna talk so much about the photography. I'm gonna be talking strictly about the modeling and stuff. So for any photographers out there or anything, like I'm not looking at this as like a full photo and like this frame and stuff. This is strictly like modeling and my own perfectionism and insanity. So yeah, just heads up. This is dope. Like I love the hands, everything. Like I think it works great. The one thing I don't love about this for myself is that I wish my eye line was higher, like more up here. I just feel bored, to be honest, with myself, and I wish that my chin was a little bit higher so that my angling would have just shown everything off a little bit more. So you could see my jawline, you could see my eye line, and it would just be more alive. I just feel like I'm just kind of dead in the face there. So this is sick. I really love this, especially like the just details of the old school and the vintage. It's fire. It's just same thing. I wish my eyeline was a little bit higher, because the thing with my eyes that I have to keep remembering is that I've got very like prominent eyebrow structure, whatever that's called. So my eyes are like far back into my head. So my eyebrows tend to take over my eyes if my head's too low. So again, when someone's on my level, I want to try to remember to like keep my eyeline a bit higher for stuff like this, because I think it would just, if it was like that, this would be like, ah, perfection. But because of that little thing, it's honestly like a similar thing for me. I wish I was a little bit less tense in my face on this one. And that my eyeline again was a little bit higher. But like the Prince record, the background, the ring textures, like I love it all. It's just, again, my own perfectionism. When you look at your own photos like so many times, you really try to look for those things that you do differently. So this is the second location we went to, but the first shot that we did, first photos. The thing I also have to remind myself is that I wasn't comfortable in these situations, so that also brings a toll into my modeling, is when you're very uncomfortable in your spot that you're shooting at, just because of you're feeling not confident because of you're not sure if you can even shoot there. Like it kind of messed with my vibe a little bit. This is the antique store that we're at now. Again, like I love the background and everything. I'm not loving this belt that I have on now too. I definitely need to get more belts. That's in the agenda to do. I'm not super in love with my posing. My face is just kind of bland. Same thing. Like it's great. Like my modeling's fine. It's not exciting me, if that makes sense. I wanna look at a shot and be like, holy! I can't believe I look like that. I don't want to look at a shot and be like, yeah, you know. So this is dope. It's just, again, like I feel like it's a bit too try hard, and I wish that I wasn't so confined here. I want to be more open so that everything is elongated and actually showcase a little bit more. And because of where Marc was, I feel like I didn't work the camera as well as I could have. So like the lines of my elbow is nice. I wish my head and my eye was facing this way instead of this way, because this way is away from the camera. And again, like as we were talking about with my eyeshadows and stuff, I don't love that look. So things to think about. This is nice. I like this a lot. I think I fit the vibe of the location, and it doesn't feel forced. It feels very kind of soft and nice. It's not like my most bizarre modeling, but like as far as the shot goes, I feel like I express myself quite well, and that everything just is very fitting. It's nice. This is I prefer more, if anything, just because it just feels like everything fits perfectly in this one, where this one, because of, again, Marc's angle versus my angle, I feel like I didn't work with him as well as I could have, because I'm kind of turned inwards, and like we see so much shoulder, and it kind of takes away from my head and everything else. Whereas in this one, I'm more towards the camera, so my vibe is more so towards him, which I feel like is less standoffish. But again, you could also fight that the standoffish vibe is the vibe you're going for. So, you know, I don't know, I'm just talking craziness in my head. But this is dope. I love how the owl's there but not there because of the depth of focus. And yeah, I really like this shot. I'm really happy with my modeling. I like my hand positioning, my finger tension. I feel like I have good tension in my face, and it's not like it's enough to where my structure looks very prominent, but I'm not like overdoing it, you know? So I think I like this one a lot more. This is probably my favorite one so far. This is a mess of a face over here, but I mean, the thing too is like I'm always gonna keep trying and taking chances. This is definitely a chance I feel like I took that didn't pay off for myself. I was definitely going for kind of more of a like, what's up kind of vibe, and I dig it, and the awkwardness and the kind of forcedness that I put on, I understand what I was going for, but I just did not play it off in my face as well as I would have liked to. So I wish I wasn't so intense in the face, and I would have been kind of more like chill and not being so forced in it, because I feel like that vibe doesn't go with what I was trying to go for. So learning. This is dope. See, with my eye structure, this goes off well because of the positioning and because of my eyes, and the eyeliner just, it curves very nicely. So this is kind of the more of the shot that I'm telling you that I want to kind of go for more as far as my face looks. Like the one thing is like I kind of wish my fingers weren't so like this and would be more fluidly through my hair, so it would be more of that kind of energy. I think this feels a little bit too trapped, where the rest of the photo is just so like ambient and we're flowing in the distance and I'm caught in some thoughts. And I think my hand wasn't quite matching that energy. But apart from that, like everything's very nice there. That's just another shot, just different editing. And with shots like this, I need to remember that there's a time and place, I think, when to mess around with actually moving your face and making that vibe. And there's a time and place to kind of fake it and to make it all very like you're touching but you're not actually touching your face. And this was definitely one of the moments where I wish I would have gone for the fake, because when you do kind of like more of this stuff where you're actually like adjusting your face, I feel that's more for like an intense aggressive shot. It doesn't fit the energy of like I'm gonna actually adjust my face. You want kind of more cleanness and fluidity and softness, because that was kind of the vibe of everything. And so moving forward, I just want to try to really be aware of those things in the moment. This is cool. I do like what I did with my hand and like my posing and the positioning that I did. I just wish that my face, rather than was straight on, was up like this, so that the lining would have been more up here. I just feel like it would have hit nicer and you would have seen more of my face. And it's just because when you're direct on, you really gotta show something, in my opinion, that is like powerful or strong or sad, or some kind of emotion very strong. And this just feels bland to me. So with the direct on face, I want something more exciting. So for this, we were trying to play with like actually getting that throwing of the scarves in the shot. I'm not super happy with what happened with my mouth here. So I was definitely like playing with sucking my cheeks in, but at the same time, I didn't relax my mouth. So if you do that, you kind of want to make sure you don't hold too much tension in your mouth, because if you do that, then you get this as the outcome, and that doesn't look very good in my opinion. Unfortunately, I feel like my eyes are a bit too surprised, where I would have liked it to be a bit more intense in. I think this is funny because this kind of shows what I did poorly, and this kind of shows what I did nicely. So this is much better. I like this a lot more. I feel like my face is a lot better, my lips are better, my eyes are nice, and this is sick. So yeah, this shot is awesome. I think I pulled this off, what I wanted here, off on the second shot, which is where I'm happy that I had both, is because you get to see kind of the wrong and the right in your opinion. I like everything here. Basically, the only thing again I don't like is my belt. But this is sick. I like my posing, I like my head, I like my eyes and my face and everything. I feel like I look like an elf, and that's cool. And like my favorite is like the texture of the rolled up sleeve and the ring, and I think it works really well. So this is dope. I really like this shot. I think I pulled it off. It's just it's basic, and there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't excite me, but it's also, I think I did everything solid in here. So this is just kind of me play acting and getting into the moment. And sometimes when you play act and you go to moments, then there's something that you like and something you don't like. That's kind of part of acting, right? Unfortunately, because of my body type, I feel like I did not work my angles the way I could have. I just, hello, no booty, zero booty, and just like, yeah, I don't think it's a very flattering positioning that I chose. So moving forward, I just kind of want to explore more different angles when I do posing and clothes that are like that. So yeah, this is funny. It's always weird seeing me smile. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. The only thing I'm not a super big fan of is I wish my hair would have been tucked in, but that's just, again, perfectionist things, but it's a nice shot. So the thing with this is, again, like, everything is cool. Like, I just wish that my face was different. Can I have a different face, please? Thanks. Not in that sense, just in the sense of, like, I love the ring and, like, the textures. I just wish that I didn't go with, like, a kind of concerned, intense face, and I went with more of, like, a powerful face or strong face or relaxed. So the thing is, when you're doing movement positions, it's hard when you have a flexed body and controlled, but then to have a face that looks opposite of that. So it's definitely something that I'm practicing, and I'm gonna get more down, obviously, in future. Like, this is a better example of having this is more of a surprise face, and it works a lot better with the shot. I wish my feet were together, but maybe that's just part of it not needing to be that way. Maybe that's just my perfection talking. Yeah, moving forwards, I would, if I'm doing grabbing my hat, I wish I wouldn't compensate with moving my neck down, because that's what I did here, and then you get that kind of crunched in vibe, where I wish I would have gone extended instead. So then you would get more of a neck versus a no neck monster, and my body frame would just look nicer and it wouldn't be so kind of tucked in like a ball. I'd prefer it to be higher, because then you're showcasing your clothes, what you're wearing, everything looks a bit better. And then here, like this framing is sick. Everything here is awesome. I just don't like anything going on here. Similar thing, when you're jumping and you're posing and stuff, it's hard to not tense everything in, as I just said. So I feel the exact same thing I just said in the last photo happened here, and again kind of here. The face is better in this one, but same thing. I would have liked to rotate it outwards so I would showcase more. Just basic boy. I'm just not a fan of basic boy. And here we get to the insanity. I honestly did nothing but like admiration for Marc on these shots, because see, this is what we went for. Everything else was just me kind of being crazy, but like I feel this is perfect. I love my eyes, I love my motion, the vibe I'm doing. I feel like my body positioning is awesome. Holding everything, arms look solid, hair I'm a fan of. That everything is dope. I think I crushed this shot, and this is being basic but also like showcasing a lot through the basicness, because like everything looks solid, but then due to the emotion in my eyes, it showcases a lot more in the image, and it makes it not flat. Whereas in like, if we go back, like this feels flat to me, and then this is not flat, if that makes sense. It's just that different in emotion, and it's dope. Like this shot is phenomenal, and this is why Marc is a genius, and I love shooting with Marc, because he brings literally fantasies alive, and I'm so thankful that I get to be involved and a part of his vision. So with that being said, guys, I know this is a long video, and I think they're kind of probably most be long when I go through this way. Please do let me know, comment down below, and tell me what you'd like to see moving forwards as far as stuff differently. If there's anything in this video that you would like to see me focus on more or focus on less, or what you think. This is again just my journey, and I want to document everything going on with me modeling wise, because I want to have this journal and this experience, and I want to showcase it with everybody. So again, please comment down below and tell me if you'd like to see like more just of this, or if you'd like to see fashion content or posing ideas, or any other kind of style content to do with modeling and this stuff. If you have any ideas, please comment down below, let me know. And without further ado, that's all from your boy, Magnus, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.